The drives in your personal computer are used exclusively by the computer because the drives can only be physically connected to a single computer. When storage systems are paired together, each storage system can take over the functions of the other storage system when it suffers a failure. In order to provide access to data on the drives of a failed storage system, the storage system must maintain a physical connection to all available drives. Although both storage controllers can see the drives are still restricted to being used by a single storage system. Drive ownership ensures that only a single storage system has access to a drive. Drive ownership between the storage controllers in a high availability pair determines the amount of storage capacity available to each storage controller. Understanding how to assign ownership is important when adding more drives to a storage system or replacing a failed drive. Until these drives are assigned ownership, they are inaccessible to the storage systems. By default, the ONTAP software auto-assigns ownership to the drives. Each shelf is split into half, with half the drive base assigned to controller A and the other half assigned to controller B. When a shelf is partially populated with drives, the drives are installed from the outermost drive base, as opposed to filling bays 0 through 11. As indicated in the diagram, this ensures the drives are evenly split between both drives' controllers in the drive shelf. As drives are added to the shelf, the drives are inserted to both sides, working from the outside edges toward the center of the shelf. To ensure a storage controller always has spare drives to replace failed drives, spare drives are assigned ownership to individual storage controllers. When a data or parity drive fails, the role of the failed drive is assigned to a spare drive, and the data or parity information is reconstructed. When the reconstruction process is completed, the failed drive is then physically removed and replaced with a new drive. New drives have no ownership and are referred to as an unowned drive. When the new drive is assigned to controller A, the new drive then becomes a spare drive. If the storage system owner does not assign ownership to the new drive, the drive cannot be used by either storage controller if they run out of spare drives. Unfortunately, this is a common occurrence, which is why it's important to understand the function of drive ownership and to educate customers when installing an ONTAP-based storage system. Most storage system pairs are configured with an even number of drives, and the ONTAP software divides ownership evenly. In configurations where there may not be an even number of drives or the number of drives is limited, a customized drive ownership scheme may need to be implemented. New drives and replacement drives require ownership assignment before the storage systems can use the drives.